Hey guys, I want to show you guys how I use my Notion template for planning social media. I created this not too long ago because I started piling up like a lot of content for like different platforms, and it was getting a little crazy trying to like manage everything, manage stuff for like X and then LinkedIn, YouTube, my newsletter, Instagram, Medium, and now Pinterest. And then later on, I'm gonna move into like Facebook and TikTok. So it started piling up, and I needed to create a lot of content for different platforms. I would create like a blog post, and then I would try to break it down into like repurpose the content for other platforms. But I kind of seen that I needed to start managing it a different and better way, and that's where I came up with the social media planner, where now I could just manage all my content in one place. I could take notes for when I'm creating content. I could also like save specific notes, stuff that helped me, uh, create tasks. Then I also have like a social media content section just for like everything except my newsletter will go right here. So you could see 3 posts that I made. I think these are just examples. This isn't my main one. So this is 3 example posts where it shows on the calendar, and you could see like the days they were published. Or if you wanted to, you could also drag them to a different day. Like, say you didn't want to post it that day, you want to post it on maybe the 23rd, maybe the 24th, maybe next month on the 1st. You could just go ahead and drag it. So we'll put it back on the 21st. You could see, so this is your published, all your published content right here. Are in progress too. Let me see. So right here will show you everything for that is not my newsletter, and we'll add a filter. This filter should be for status. Everything that's ready to schedule and everything that's published will show up right there. And then on the left side, since this only shows stuff that's ready to publish and published, on this left side on this table, you can see all the content pieces that you have sorted by date. And then you also got a filter. So let's see. Filter everything on this table is going to be content for all of these platforms except my newsletter. And the only reason I don't include my newsletter is because my newsletter has its own section. So it's like I try to keep it separate. So now I could keep track of when I send out my newsletter issues. So I sent one out on Sunday and I sent another one out on Wednesday. Actually, I didn't send this one out, but so this is for the newsletter section, and we're going to create one more filter right here, add a filter. And what we want to do is get the status for the newsletter. So now we're going to change this to complete, ready to schedule and published. We'll move it right there. So see that I published this one, but not that other one. It's still working, but it'll still show up on this table over here. Um, and then we have a progress board for both of them. So this is the progress board for my newsletter section, and a progress board for my social media section. Then towards the bottom, you have a database page, which basically has all the databases that I'm using on this um, social media planner, which you probably don't want to mess with any of that unless you know what you're doing. I kind of separated because sometimes like I could accidentally delete this table and the table's gone. Like I won't be able to bring it back. All the information on that table will just be totally gone, and I'll be crying. So that's why I keep the table separate. In case I delete these by accident, then I could always come back to the database page, copy a link, and add it back on there with all the content that was inside. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to use this social media planner. So on this section, usually I'm gonna show you how the flow goes. So say you come onto the social media planner and you want to create like say a blog post, a new post for X, a new newsletter issue, or a new video, then you could click one of these buttons. Or The second way of creating it, you could go straight to your calendar or your table and click this new button or this plus button, add an item. So that'll be like, let's say, let's click this one. This is for publishing. So we're going to create a new piece of content, and you could mark it right here, publish on. So this is going to be specific to my newsletter or one of these right here. Go ahead and select it. We'll say for right now, let's say I want to write a blog post. Actually, let's say we want to do a YouTube video. Let's call this YouTube demonstration. So you see it shows up right here on the left side on the table, but on the calendar, let's see if it shows up. January 31st is the publish date. Oh yeah, it shows up right here. So once you give it a publish date, it also, because I hit that plus button on the calendar, it automatically tagged it with ready to schedule. But let's say we're on rough draft or we're on the idea phase. So it's not going to show up. It's going to remove it from the calendar right here. See, it's gone, but it's still on the table. So this is only stuff that's ready to publish or published. All right, so let's go back to the flow of things. So like, let's say you want to create a new video script. Do you want to make a new video? Let's film. Or you could cancel because you might have clicked it on accident. But for this one, we want to create a video content. So it'll automatically open up a page in the middle. And it also has a template where it'll fill the page up with this. And in order to like appreciate this a little more, so new video script, we'll say ABC just so we don't lose track of it. Let's go back over here. If you were to go down here and you click new, you see how there's nothing right here? There's nothing on this page. There's some templates, but there's nothing written on this page, so it's blank. So we'll say 1, 2, 3 for this video, just for an example, so you could appreciate the template. So right here, I have a template I created for new video scripts. Every time I want to make a new video for YouTube, I'll click this template right here, and then it'll fill it all in. Let's see. It'll fill all this in with like content I already like pre-created. This way it makes my the process, it streamlines the process a little bit faster. I don't have to go finding information. I already got an understanding of how to write or how to create an intro, a background, kind of have a small outline to guide me in creating main content. So this whole thing's going to kind of guide me on creating the script. And now I have another section for video descriptions. So it kind of gives me a little bit of instructions on what I want to do. Then I got links. So this is all the links I'm going to add to my description. I'm going to just go ahead and copy this. So like, let's say I want to add a description to my YouTube video. I'm just going to copy this, and then I'll go ahead and paste it into my YouTube video. It's not going to show up as a code, but let's see if I copy one. Well, either way, if it does that. Okay, so I just tested this. So you just go ahead and copy all this, and then you'll paste it underneath in the YouTube description, and it'll paste just fine. So that actually saves me a lot of time when I create new videos. I could just copy and paste this, all my links for like my social media accounts, my newsletter, my blog, my product store, and my website. Now on the bottom right here, I have another sync box. You could tell with this red frame right here. So every time I open up a new script, it's always going to pop up with 1, all these links, and 2, all this information. So like, let's say this is a YouTube video. When I want to make thumbnails, I have the link right here towards my Canva website or my Canva page. So this is going to go straight to my Canva page where I have most of my YouTube thumbnails. and then I could either reuse one and customize it a little bit or just make a totally new one. I don't have to go in Canva and go searching or create a whole brand new one from scratch. I could just use templates I already have right here. Then I have a section for images, so whenever I want to add images into the video, I'll just go ahead and keep it all organized inside of here. And then once I'm done with the video, I'll upload the video right here. Because I mean, in the future, I might want to come back to this project, and then I want to look at the images or I want to look at the video. I want to see all the information I used for this project. So that was kind of the point of what I wanted to show you. So 1, 2, 3 video. We'll go back a little bit. So once again, let's go straight into the YouTube channel. Now I want to show you the platform pages. So like, let's say I want to work directly inside of my YouTube content, like nothing else. I just want to focus on YouTube. We'll click this platform, open up the page. And if you wanted to go back home, there's a home button right here. So it'll send you straight back. But let's focus on this page. And now as you can see, it kind of looks similar to the home page where you have your sticky notes. You have your notes section, tasks. This is an extra section for growth metrics. So like, let's open this one up. We're in Q1. So you could track your progress. Let's say you have current subscribers. You have 1 subscriber. And at the end of the quarter, you're hoping you have 10 subscribers at least, maybe 100 subscribers. Now it's letting me know I'm at 1%. If I wanted 10 subscribers, I'm 10% of the way there. And what you do with this metrics board, you could just keep track of like your posts, impressions, all your data. Just keep it right here and just fill it in over time. And then on the bottom, I'll just have some reflections. Why did it work? What went wrong? Or anything, notes that you want to look back on and reflect on. Why did you not grow? Why did you not meet your expectations? Or why did you exceed your expectations? Why did things go flat? You just kind of assess your business, assess your channel, and just that way in the next quarter, you know what to do better, you know what to continue doing. It's not a guessing game, it's more of just keeping track of your data. So there's your metrics board. Now right here, it's going to be all your posts in another calendar view. But filter, this is specific to only YouTube, only for YouTube. So all this content on this calendar will only show up or only YouTube content will show up on this calendar. Only YouTube content will show up on this table. So you got that view of a card view. And then we also have the progress board. So I recently just created a video. So I have a published on it. So we'll show this one, which you can see on both the progress board and the calendar. And what you're seeing right here, the image, this image is the thumbnail I used. So we just add the thumbnail. You could add all the images you want, add links or PDFs, whatever you want to add into it that pertains to this project. There was a publish date. I published it that day on YouTube, and I published the raw video on Twitter. So I put both of them right there. Status for this one is published. Then we have a second one, a newsletter. This one should show as idea phase. It's just the general status it's going to show. It's always going to start at idea phase, but I'm not going to do nothing with that because this was obviously a video. So we got the script, which I don't have in here. Video description, which I put down here. So this is everything I put inside of the video description. This is the image I used for the thumbnail. I didn't use any other images. This is the raw video that I recorded. And then once I uploaded the video, this is the YouTube video link. So now I have it right here in case I want to share it to, like, say my blog later on, maybe to my newsletter or a social media post. then I have all the information right here, and I could just share it straight from right here. It makes it so easy, so I could find it. So easy to find. So I'll go straight to my YouTube platform page. Then I'll go looking for this project, and then I'll just create this. I'll just take some information or content from this section. There you go, and there you go. I showed actually this is what it looks like when I link my Twitter or one of my tweets, one of my posts. This is where I uploaded the video. So I wanted to keep that together too. All right, so that's what your content can look like. This was for your YouTube video. Let's go back home. All right, for the next part, we're going to focus on creating a new platform page. So in case these don't cover all the platforms you're on, maybe you want to add one more. Right here on the platform section, we'll create new. And it already has a template, so it's duplicating the template right now. Let's go ahead and open this all the way up. So when you create a new platform, you could go ahead and just hit that new button and give it a name right here. So let's say you're working with Reddit. You have all the same information. You can have the sticky notes, saved notes, tasks, your growth metrics. Where's it at? The calendar, your list of projects or content, your progress board. Except the only difference is you have to configure all the filters. So what we want to do is go right here on filters, and we're going to filter this specifically just for Reddit. So let's go ahead and click this platform button right here, and a list of all the platforms you use are right here except the new one that we just created. So let's just go into one of our old notes. Just in case you didn't see, you could click any one of these notes or click a new note. Go to platforms on the second one, and we'll write Reddit. Create that one, go back out. This is just the easiest way to make it. Now we click back into platforms, go find the one we just made, and now everything's going to be specific to just Reddit. When we go to the next table or the next section, same thing. It's not on the list. So let's go ahead and go to platforms. Let's add a new one, Reddit. So we created it. I'm going to take that off. Go to platforms, the filter, and go choose Reddit. And basically what this is doing is just making sure your filtered view is only specific to Reddit or whatever platform you're working with. So we got another one to fix is growth metrics. So you can see we have Reddit right there. Save for everyone. So now we come back here. Actually, I want to show it right here. So on the filter, we don't have Reddit on this one either. Just go ahead and click on one of these. We'll click on published on and add Reddit to the list. We'll take this off because this is not a Reddit video. And now when we come back to filter, it says published on. This is the filter. There it is on the bottom. Save for everyone. This filter, if you don't see that filter, you could always click this filter button and it'll pop up right there. So published on Reddit, save. Go to your progress board, published on Reddit, save. Now this whole platform page is configured just for Reddit or whatever platform you create. All right, so now let's just go back home. That's a brand new platform page. And now the last part of this video of this template is going to be the notes and the tasks. So basically when you create a new project, like say a new piece of content for Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, and you take notes for that, or you add some tasks for that, you could link it to those content pages. So like I'm going to give you an example with one I'm doing right now. So right now I'm writing this blog post. And just to run through these properties, you could add any thumbnail images or you could embed any links right here. This will be associated strictly with this project. I call it project, but basically it's just a small project to create content, right? So then you got your published on, your published date, your task completion, which I'll explain in a little right now, your status. You could also connect documents, anything from Google Drive, you could embed them right here. So if I wanted to add more stuff, I could just go ahead and add more stuff. Notes, status for a newsletter. Now you got your other section. So you got sticky notes. This is from the notes section, which was on the platform where I showed you earlier. Let me go ahead and go back. So let's go back. So if we minimize this just a little bit, we go back up to the top of the table. We have our notes right here, and on the right we have our tasks. So now our sticky notes right here, anything associated with this project is going to be on this table right here. So like, let's say I want to take some notes that I don't want on this description page or my work page, because this is all going to be specific to my blog post. I want to add some notes to it. We're going to go to sticky notes, create new page, or you can hit the plus button. Either way it works. So now you want to create a new note. Change fonts. Now you got a new note. So let's open this page all the way up. So now we have a new note of fonts, and say you wanted to take note, I didn't like the fonts, change to a different font. Use different font for the headline. There you go. So now you have a note that is attached to this project. Now you got tasks. So this task completion bar is going to be based off your task. So like, basically you're giving yourself tasks in order to complete this project. So I want to edit writing. Now you could change the status on it. We'll say in progress. Nothing happens. You put it on done. And now the progress is halfway done. It's based off of all the tasks right here. So if I add another one, now it's at 33% done because it's divided by three tasks. So let's say we wanted to change fonts. Let's add another one. Plus. Now it's at 25%. Change link colors. Now let's say we're just going to start completing some tasks. We'll put this at done, 50%. Change fonts. We work on this little task. Put it at done, 75%. Create blog image. Work on that. Done, 100%. So all your tasks are done. Also, if you wanted to remove them, you could just hover over it and click the minus, which will remove it. So we'll get rid of this one. Sorry. We'll get rid of that one. And change fonts, we'll get rid of that. But we want to look at this one, edit writing. Okay, there you go. And then you got your last part is sub items. So like, this is a blog, right? So I'm going to create my blog as my main piece of content. And once I finish writing this blog, what I do is I use this to like repurpose content to like my X account or Instagram, or I put it on my YouTube videos. So I'll go ahead and let's see, add some sub items. So let's see, list on, or do I have one for YouTube? Nope. List on YouTube, or actually speak about it on YouTube. I mean, it'll be more specific than that. So there you go. You created that page. We'll open it. And now this is another content project. So say I'm going to create this content about, what was it? Maximizing sales through email segmentation. email segmentation. We're gonna do look at this one right here. So right here has nothing attached to it, right? We're gonna do published on YouTube, and now the sub item indicates that it's gonna be a YouTube project. What other status? We could put it a rough draft, and it lets you know right here the status. That way you could keep an eye on it if you wanted to look at it that way. You could remove these, but basically, like anything that's gonna be associated with this content, I'm gonna put on these sub items because this is a parent item and these are sub items. So whenever I click into this page, let's open it all the way up. Now I know when I'm creating this content and I'm probably stuck on like what I want to add to it, I'm gonna go back to the parent item right here. So this was a parent item. Let's click into this one, open. Now I have all my content, all my information, my notes which were up here, all the tasks I did with it. Also have the links. Everything that I have for this project will be in here. And this will also give it a separate publish date. So now on the calendar, it's going to show up on published specifically for YouTube, and it'll have its own date. If we go back to the parent item, open that all the way up. This is going to have its own published date of February 21st. So that's it. That's basically how I handle, or how you can handle all of your social media content with the social media planner with Notion. You could quickly create stuff with these buttons, make new platforms. These will be for quick notes on your sticky notes. Right here on your quick notes is stuff you save, like stuff like this probably you'll delete, but this are things you're going to save, and also the notes that are linked. So like this note is linked to my right here to Instagram. Then you have your task board. This is all your tasks unless you go into a specific page, then it'll be tasks just for that platform. Social media content, your newsletter posts. All right, so hopefully this video helps you out. If you still have any questions, you could go ahead and comment below or send me a message, and I could let you know how to use it, give you information on how to use it, or just give you any help. And if you have any recommendations of things I could add, then just let me know. Could always customize these things, or you could customize it yourself. And you also have a little bit of instructions, and the instruction video will go right here after it's complete. All right, you guys have a good one.